Hi, I'm Kerry Williams, and I'm a woman on a mission to help as many women as possible uncover their passions and discover their purpose. This is the Dreamers, Setters and Go-Getters show. Hello, and welcome to the Dreamers, Setters and Go-Getters show. My name's Kerry Williams, as you heard from the little intro, and this week we are going on to my favourite topic, which is life purpose and how we should be living our life purpose. We should be aligning our careers with our life purpose. And interestingly enough, that is today's episode, the importance of aligning your career with your purpose. As you heard in the intro, actually, no, to be fair, in the intro you wouldn't. It just purely says that I'm on a mission to help as many women discover their passions and, uncover their passions and discover their purpose. But for those of you that don't know me, as I said, my name is Kerry Williams and I am an online course creator. I say online course creator. I've actually been making my courses into, because I had like a load of mini courses, like a list of mini courses to create. And it suddenly occurred to me when I was watching something that actually I could just create them as kind of book courses. So as a sort of course, written course in the book, with the book, books in the book, and then can also give you access to other things like extra little sort of worksheets and planner sheets and things like that, which leads me on to my big announcement. Makes a nice little noise in the desk that I have my first book out on Amazon. I say that on Amazon, it hasn't actually been approved to be actually up in the shop yet, but it is on the Kindle store. If you, I say look up Kerry Williams, but there's quite a few Kerry Williams on there. I didn't realise how many Kerry Williams there are on Amazon, but the course is called Goal Setting for Personal and Professional Success. So if you look that one up, I will also put a link to it in the show notes and you'll be able to find that book. As I said, it is in colour. It'll have a nice shiny front cover to it and everything. And it's like, I don't know if they have this in other countries as well, but in the UK, when you are revising for your exams, so particularly your GCSEs or your A-levels, they have these sort of books you can buy in our country, in WH Smith's for particular, but obviously Amazon sell them as well. These sort of books that will take you through the various courses you're doing and be like workbooks. I can't for the life of me remember what they're called, but it's a bit like that. It's sort of A4 sized, shiny cover. There's has coloured pages inside. I'm not sure if those do have coloured pages inside. And it's pretty and it's bright and I made it. And that's the one that's out at the moment. So head to the link in my bio if you are interested in purchasing that. You can definitely get it in the Kindle store and it should be in the next few days up on the actual general amazon.co.uk.com, all the different Amazon sites it's coming up as. So head over there and get that. It's really pretty, really good, really full of loads of information about how to set goals that you're going to achieve, how to achieve them, loads of actionable worksheets, workbooks. It's also got an access. You can also go to my website. There's a particular page on there that is linked in the course where you can get some planner sheets so you can plan out your days to basically create your goals and follow them and achieve them. So very exciting. Head on over there. That's my little plug for the episode. But what was I going back to? So yes, I am a course creator, I suppose, book creator, and I specialise in life purpose and mindset and things like that. Anything that's going to improve your life and have you living your life in alignment with what you're here to do and what you're supposed to be doing. So this episode is the importance of aligning your career with your purpose. Now, I think I just covered about your life purpose. It's basically your reason for being here. I strongly believe, and I think a lot of other people do, that we are here for a particular reason. It's not just luck, because of all the people that could have existed, and we're the ones that are here in a position to do what we want and what we can do with our lives, as opposed to every egg that was ever released. Not to mention every miscarriage. I don't want to go into too much detail because it's not a pleasant topic, but every person that could have been, and yet here we are. And there are 8 billion of us in the world, and we are all doing lots and lots and lots of different things. We're not just, standing like sheep or cows in a field. We're doing specific things with our life. We have the ability to do specific things with our lives, and our life purpose is the thing that lights us up, makes us feel amazing. It's something you already know, you're already doing in your life, whether it's casually or as a hobby, but it's something you should be able to make money from. You should be able to help other people with it. And as I said, it's that thing that lights you up, makes you feel energized, makes you feel alive and happy. And what it does is it raises, when you are feeling particularly happy, elated, joyful, it raises your vibrational energy frequency. So like everything is created with energy, everything is creative of a type of energy, including humans. Everything is energy. The entire universe is created of energy. And the energy that we have when we are in a particularly good mood and doing something we love, our energy raises right up. And as you know, energies convert from one energy to another, but it has to be aligning with the frequency of that energy. At least I think so. I'm not a scientist. So basically, when you are raising your energy up and spreading that joy around, that energetic feeling, that high frequency, you are going to lift up your surroundings too, the people around you. They'll want what you're having. As she says in When Harry Met Sally, I'll have what she's having. And it will just make you feel better. Now, if you are doing a job that is nowhere near in alignment with your purpose, that's a very long time to be doing something that is just not lighting you up, not making you happy. I worked this out, and this is from, I worked this out from roughly, it wasn't difficult, it's just a calculator, from roughly how long in the UK the average person works from. So I'm going to say roughly, if you don't manage to retire earlier, I think currently where we're standing, you would start work at around 18, finish work around 68. Let's just go with that because it's an easy round number, it's 50 years. So you're working for 50 years, you are working on average 40 hours a week, 48 weeks a year, because most companies in the UK will offer at least 4 weeks paid holiday. So we'll say 48 weeks of the year, 40 hours in that week, 50 years. And I worked out in total in your life, you are working in your job, in your career, for 96,000 hours. 96,000 hours. Now, that is one hell of a lot of time to be doing something that you don't love, that doesn't light you up, that doesn't make you feel happy. And I know, I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. It brings in money. Jobs bring in money. But surely there is a better way of bringing in money in this day and age, in this digital day and age in particular, in this day and age where we can learn anything on the internet. We can sell anything on the internet. I mean, literally anything. Some of the things you can sell. Anything on the internet, you know full well that if you're in a position to, as I said last week, I think it was, if you're in a position to be listening to this podcast now, you have access to the internet. If you have access to the internet, the world is literally your oyster. I mean, not literally, the world is not an oyster, but you know what I mean? The world is your oyster. You can do anything. And when you've got all those possibilities right in front of you, why would you spend 96,000 hours of your life doing something that doesn't make you feel amazing? And I know a good argument for this is stability. It's nice to know where your money is coming from, have a set amount of money you know is coming in every month or every week, whatever the situation is for you. And you can budget, you can know what's what. But you're also very limited. Basically, no matter what you do in your daily hours, if you are at work for 9 hours a week, 8 to 9 hours a day, so 8 hours because we're doing the 40-hour week, 8 hours a day, no matter how much work you do in that day, you will get paid the exact same amount of money. And we all work with people, you know you do, who do not do a lot of work. You will work with those people that will do the bare minimum. They will shirk it off. I worked with somebody once that shirked off so much. I think might have mentioned this before. He literally sat on YouTube and Facebook all day and yet somehow would repeatedly get employee of the month. And I think he did one particularly good spreadsheet every month report. And for some reason from that, they clearly decided that he was doing a lot of work. But everybody who worked around him, worked with him, he wasn't doing anything. And he was getting paid more. But regardless of whether he was, no matter how little work he was doing in a day, he was still getting the same amount. Whereas you could work your ass off, be doing everything under the sun. And let's face it, how many overtime hours are you doing that you're not getting paid for? And get exactly the same amount of pay. You cannot improve your financial situation at all unless you get a pay rise. And we all know pay rises, particularly at the moment in this climate, are very, very minor. They are small pay rises. So you are not in control of your money, how much you bring in. So I think that's a very, very important point to think about, even if I do say so myself. And, it just leads us on to this thing of importance of aligning your career with your purpose. So now I have obviously just discussed with you. Sorry, I'm just going through my episode notes, as you know I do every episode, so I don't miss anything that I wanted to say. So, defining your purpose. So, strategies for defining your purpose. Okay. I obviously said I would call myself an expert in life purpose. And I am creating a course stroke book, a big one. This isn't going to be one of my little mini ones, like I said with the goal setting one earlier. But this is a big course I'm creating on defining your purpose. But I can summarise this for you in a very simple way. Your purpose is going to align with your values, the things you find most important in the world. So my thing that I find the most important thing in the world is my family. And that is the case for a lot of people. But I will never, ever, ever put a job before my family. I just won't do it. It is important for me to spend a lot of time with my family. I have a my son is on the spectrum. He's not very severely on the spectrum. So he's perfectly functioning, fine. He goes to regular school. He's not even in sort of special needs or anything like that, but he is on the spectrum. So he does have some needs, particularly involving us as his caregivers, that he wants us to be around. He doesn't like it when we're not around. He's okay if he's with, say, his sister, my daughter, who's an adult now, or like his grandparents or something like that. He's fine being with those people, although he still would rather we were there. And being there for him, and also being a good role model to my, now technically adult daughter, is a huge priority to me, along with, being around for my husband. Because I will brag, I have a really good marriage. I'm very, very happy with my husband. He's my best friend. He's my soulmate. I absolutely adore him. And I don't want to ever be in the position where I am having to put a job before them. My priority in life is to, my responsibilities in life are to be a good wife, to be a good mum, to be a good role model to the husband I've chosen to marry and to the children I chose to have. And to think that some people who see me as an expense, because employees are an expense. They're not an asset. Their computers are an asset. The employees are an expense. To somebody that sees me as an expense, I'm never going to put them first. So probably another reason why I don't really work well in the 9-to-5 working world. So yes, your life purpose is based around your values. It's also based around your interests. Now, thankfully, this sort of topic for me, ironically, life purpose, reason for being, obviously from what I've just said, I've had, several years of jobs where, it's been expected for us to go beyond, above and beyond, literally put our jobs at the front of everything we do. And, the person whose business, and most of the time it is just an ego thing, they just want to feel like they own you, at the forefront of everything we do. And particularly in the working world with women, we always have to put our jobs before everything else. So obviously I knew from early on that my interests were ways of getting round this, that I didn't suit this. And that's where life purpose came. And I knew that there was a nagging, there was a calling, if you will, within me to do more with my life. There's got to be more to life than this. So that's one of my interests. One of my other interests is The Sims. I absolutely love playing The Sims. I've mentioned that before. So if any of you are interested in The Sims, I'm going to be creating a book based around The Sims soon. It is based around Sims challenges, because I'm a player, not a builder. But yeah, Sims is something I'm also really, really passionate about. Disney's something I'm really, really passionate about. One of my main goals is to be able to have an annual pass to Disneyland Paris and be able to just get on a plane and just go whenever I want. That is one of my big, big goals. So that helps define my why, and motivate and encourage me to continue on with everything I'm doing, because, you do lose motivation. Even when you're living your purpose, you will lose it. You will panic and think, should I just be going back to a full-time job? Don't. Keep at it. And then finally, your goals. Your purpose is aligned with your goals. As I just said, one of my goals is to have an annual pass to Disneyland Paris, which doesn't sound like much, but to me, that's everything, because Disney is a huge passion of mine. And obviously, one of my goals is to reach a point of having so many streams of passive income, but also to be able to, in those passive income, be able to help other people achieve their goals, live their purpose, create their legacy, as I always say. So that's another one of my things that creates my life purpose, is my goals. So yeah, that's the roughly the way that you can define your purpose. So it will be based around your values, your interests, and your goals. But as I said, I'm bringing out a book soon that I'll advertise. It's called The Life Purpose Blueprint, and that is a deep dive into how to do this. And you will come out of reading that book and doing those activities in the book, in the workbook, knowing exactly what you want to do with your life. So keep an eye out for that. Or if you sign up for if you subscribe to my mailing list, Dreamers, Setters and Dreamers, Setters and Go-Getters Collective, by going to my website, kerrywilliams.uk. On the main page, you can scroll down and there will be a place to sign up. You sign up there and you'll get weekly newsletters, and I'll be mentioning when the book's coming out there. So, the benefits of aligning your career with your purpose. I think I did mention this. Basically, when you're doing something that you love and bringing in money, a good amount of money, because the sky's the limit with bringing in money. You can just keep going and going and going. There's nobody to say, right, that's it, you've done your hours, you're getting paid for the hours you've done. No, you get paid for the work you do, not how long you've done the work for. So for a start, financially, that's a good way to align your career with your purpose. My personal theory on working is that I feel the employment world has got a bit too, I think in the era we're in, the employment world, the whole concept of it, I think it's quite antiquated now. And I really do feel like everyone should just be essentially freelance and be treated like they're on a freelance, like everybody used to do, really. People used to sell a product or a service or their skills and labour to a business, and they pay them for what they did. And I feel that's a better model for doing things now, is to just go freelance. So have a particular thing that you do, and companies can hire you to do that thing for them, whether it's administration or finance or marketing, anything like that. I think that's really the best way of looking at it. Now, the downside of that, particularly in the UK, is you would not have the access to sick leave. Well, saying that, the company I work for at the moment doesn't pay sick leave. In fact, quite a few companies I work for don't pay sick pay. So, but if you get sick pay, obviously you miss out. What's the word? Holiday pay. Although, to be fair, that's something I think we're very privileged to have in England and, Europe, to be honest. I think in the US, holiday pay isn't such a big thing as it is over here. Same with maternity leave. You don't get a lot of maternity leave in the US, but you do get a decent amount of maternity leave here. However, if you can prove that you've earned a certain amount of money, I believe in, if you contributed with your taxes and your national insurance for a certain amount of time, I believe the government will cover that for you in maternity allowance. I don't know how it works with paternity, but maternity, our government will cover it. I'm sure that's the same in a lot of European countries, but you'd have to look into that. So that's obviously a downside to going freelance, but I think we should be a bit more free, really. So freelance is where that was the thought process I had. So I'm sorry, I go off on such a tangent. I'm sorry. So the benefits of pursuing work that aligns with your purpose: increase motivation. Obviously, you're going to be so much more motivated to do the work if it's actually for a good reason. It's something you love, something you're passionate about, something that fills you up and makes you feel lit up and alive. And also, if you know that you're going to make more money doing that, then you're going to, your actual work, actually, what you do actually equates to the money you make. You're going to be more motivated to do it. Your job satisfaction is going to be higher because you love what you do, and your fulfillment because you're actually doing something that aligns with you as a person. I will list some research underneath because I wasn't organised enough to have it in my notes here, but it was actual research. There are articles. Oh, hang on. Have I got it? Well done, Kerry. Well organised there. Yeah, there is proof of why the benefits of aligning your career with your purpose. So I'll link those in the show notes. And there also are some individuals that have done this too. So I'll link that too. Challenges to aligning your career with your purpose. Okay, I just went through obviously job stability. If you are not employed, not a contract for employment, then you, especially to begin with, won't know where your next pound or dollar is coming from. That's why I don't recommend just quitting your job and going for it. I believe starting it as a side hustle and moving on from there, unless you're completely reckless like me and then just quit your job. That's not true, actually. I did actually start doing this before I quit my job, and I am still doing a part-time job, to be fair. And as I said, yeah, job security, financial security, I should say, sick pay, holiday pay, maternity pay, that sort of thing. So that's the downside of obviously doing something more sort of self-employed. And then obviously there's the things of, there are obviously financial constraints. As I said before, to begin with, you won't be making a lot of money. But if you keep going, you will. In fact, if you keep going, you'll make a lot of money eventually. That's the way I'm going at the moment. I'm going to be making lots of money by doing this. So some ways you can get round not really knowing what you're doing in your business to begin with, which, you won't. You can seek out mentorship. Sorry. Seek out mentorship. And also you can just start taking small steps, as I said. So a side hustle, doing something on the side. But basically, I literally cannot stress the importance of this enough, how much happier you'll be in your life doing this sort of thing. So what have we discussed in this episode? We have discussed, obviously, the importance of aligning your career with your purpose. So we have discussed defining what your purpose is. Why can I not speak today? The benefits of aligning your career with your purpose and the challenges to aligning your career with your purpose. I hope this episode was interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took a lot of things from it. As I said, I will be bringing out my life purpose blueprint book soon, which covers everything of this in great detail. It's awesome. I've already written it. It's just a matter of getting it up really on Amazon. But it's awesome. You will love it. I loved making it. I look through it. When you make something, you look through it and you go, woo, oh my God, I love what I've done. I can't believe I did this. That's how I feel about it. So, as I said, hope you've enjoyed this episode and I will see you next week. But obviously, before I go, I just want to remind you that you are more than capable of creating the life of your dreams and creating a legacy that your future generations and your family will be proud of. I got you. You got this. I believe in you. Have a great week.